Chris, first of all, how did you feel? And throughout the game, did you get better, or did you feel like it was worse, or how was the hamstring?
I got through. I got through. This is the point of the season where, nobody's 100%. If I could give anything to get out there and help the team, and I wanted to do it, and cool.
Conditioning was good? Was it just tight at all, or did you feel?
Got through it.
How much did Austin Rivers' performance tonight just take the pressure off of you in your series debut?
Austin was unbelievable. I was probably his biggest cheerleader there in the third quarter, because you just love to see that. He's been working really hard, and I just remember, like, game 2, he was really hard on himself, towards the end of the game. So to see him bounce back like that, and I just kept saying, I don't want to play anymore if I don't have to. And seeing him do that, it gave me a chance to rest.
Chris, how would you characterize the fans' energy in the playoffs?
Fans have been amazing. And, like we said, going into the playoffs, we have to give them a reason to cheer. And that third quarter was amazing. To see our bench, to see the crowd, to see the energy, that's what it's all about. And it's great to be a part of it.
Hey, Chris, there was one point where you told Doc it's okay to be a dad, not a coach. And he's trying hard not to, to do that.
I gotta be knowing all
that. I don't know if he's got a mic or you.
I know I don't.
Okay,
I don't have a mic.
The dog's got a mic. Anyways, it was on TV. How important was that, just to kind of see him kind of enjoy that moment?
It was cool because we talk about it as a team all the time. That would be an odd dynamic to be coach, dad, son, all that stuff like that. And Doc's hard on him. Doc's real hard on him. So, to see that during the game, I think about my parents being at the game and stuff like that. And that was impressive. 17 in the third to break away in a big game like that. Just told him you can put the other hat on for a second.
How did it feel just to be back out there after having to sit out those 2 games?
Man, it felt great. My nerves weren't as bad. It's actually harder sitting out. I was stressed out sitting on that bench those game 1 and game 2. So it was fun to get out there and be a part of the action.
At any point did it tighten up or loosen up your hamstrings during the course of the game?
I got through it.
Austin,
Yep, man of the hour.
You gotta go to sleep. Come on.
Austin, you must have been really hard on yourself after that turnover in game 2. Did Doc say anything to you after the game, and what got your confidence so high up and kind of forget that and move on to this game?
Just never be too high or too low. Blake came up to me and he was just like, I made an error just like that, and he's like, when I made it, we were up to, whatever game versus Spurs. He's like, I just kept telling me, listen, at that point in the game, we were scrambling to get back. It was the right read. I just lost footing, and it just happens, man. It's part of the game. And that's why you just keep playing, And even now, a great game, I'm just gonna keep going. So it was fun, and you just learn from your stuff.
Austin, what were you seeing in the third quarter that you were able to get to the basket so much, and then what were the chants of your name? What it was like to hear that?
Oh, it was fun, man. I had so much fun up there. It started with our defense. We kept getting stops. So we were just getting the rebound and going. And in transition defense, they were kind of getting lost a little bit. And I just kept seeing, they were kind of just backpedaling. So it's hard to guard someone when someone's going at you full speed and can change direction. So I was just going at them, and if they would have converged, I would have passed. I just kept getting to the basket, and then, just looked for my shots. And everybody was, just aggressive during that little spurt, and starting with our defense up.
Over here, what is this moment like for you? I imagine it's going to be a crowning moment in your career. How are you feeling about it?
Yeah, it was. I really don't know what to tell you. It's been a long journey. I just continued to work through my rookie year when I was hurt a lot and up and down. The last year, same thing, and then I just got right. This summer, I just really put a lot of work in, more than I ever had in my life, and I just came into this season. It was just a lot of confidence through my hard work, and then when I came here to LA, I can't give enough credit to the coaches and the players I play with. You know, working with Chris every day, and guys like Jamal and JJ and Blake, honestly have been so beneficial for me. I've just learned a lot, and they just taught me just to go play, and just whatever else happens will take care of itself. And it just feels like I just keep getting better and better. So I'm just going to continue to work and learn from them, and just keep playing hard.
So, Austin, your dad called you before the trade was made. You talked to your mom. You knew that this would be kind of hard in a certain respect. What was the expectation when you came here, and how have things played out?
Man, it's been great. I think everybody knows that. It was just one of those things where we just looked at it as a strictly basketball, you know, nothing else. Obviously, my mom didn't, you know, she thinks like a mom, but me and him just looked at it straight basketball, and he wanted me to come over here because he thought I could help, and I wanted to come here because I felt like I could help, and to be on a team with these caliber of players, I knew could only benefit me, make me better, and just to be here playing with these guys and learning from them, it just seems like I learn something new every week, you know, from one of these guys. You know, Chris, JJ, Jamal, Blake, DJ, you know, these guys have been here so many times, so just to play with them, you suddenly start to, you know, put yourself in their shoes and just start to feel comfortable, and then you start to play like, you know, you've been your whole life, and I feel like that's what I'm doing now, and I'm just having fun, so.
Austin, can you talk about when you were attacking against James Harden? Was that part of the strategy, attack the attacker?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't specifically him. You know, it was really who was ever in front of me. Just because we were getting stops, you know, that's what led to all of that. We kept getting stops, so every time I would get the ball in transition, you know, they were kind of scrambling because we were getting stops, and we were just running the floor. And when that happens, we're so hard to guard because we have so many guys that can score. And that's why you attack. You know, if they come in and help, then you kick the ball out and somebody else attacks. You know what I mean? So that's just my focus, you know, through this game 1 and game 2 and game 3 tonight. Just every game, just be aggressive and just continue to do it on both ends.
Austin, you and Doc have both stressed from the beginning since you got here that this is about a coach and a player, not a father and son.
Yeah.
But do you think that there's going to be a part of you at some point that will appreciate this because you did this a game like tonight, playing for your dad as opposed to just any other coach?
I mean, yeah, sure. You know, obviously, you know, it's a different aspect, and I wish you guys could see it from where I'm sitting. And obviously, you can't, but it's something where I don't know how to really describe it, but our relationship's just kind of always been that. It's just been coach, player. It's just the way it's been. You know, he grew up in Boston, I grew up in Orlando, so we just every time we talk, it's about basketball. You know what I mean? It's just the way our relationship is, and when I came here, it's been kind of just like solidified. You know, listen, I'm the coach, I'm the player. You know, and he's hard on me. You guys him, you guys JJ, he's hard on me. But it's just because he wants the best out of me, and obviously looking forward in the future, you know, we'll probably look back at this, but you know, I feel like the bottle's just been open. You know what I mean? So this is just one game, and I'm just gonna keep just playing hard.
Hey, JJ, over here. Over here. The guy singing. I remember over the regular season you had a really strong defensive performance against James Harden, and we kind of joked that you're a Harden stopper. And it was kind of a joke at the time, but he hasn't really dominated the series, and you've handled your matchup well against him. Is there something that you're doing, or something that, why is it that you're able to play effectively against him defensively individually?
Well, first of all, I think Lawrence has got a great game plan for him. We know we have to stop him, and we have to limit you know, his downhill attacks as much as possible. And I'm doing as best I can to just follow that game plan. You know, specifically, I think I'm trying not to give him angles when he is isoing me. I'm trying to just kind of play chest to chest. And then when he does get past me, or he does get, you know, a little step on me, just to pull my hands back and keep him off the free throw line. Game 2, when he scored big, you know, he got to the free throw line, I think 15 times. When he had 34 in the regular season last time we played, he got to the free throw line 18 times. So the games when he scores big, it's because he's getting to the line in double digits. So that's, you know, primarily the focus is to stop him from doing that. Easier said than done, obviously.
And JJ, can you talk about your offense a little bit? How is the team dynamic helping you shoot at such a high percentage right now?
Well, it was fun to get going early again. I felt like I hadn't had many of those games in the playoffs, and that's something that I've done throughout my time as a Clipper. And just having Chris back out there early, kind of orchestrating things. That group, that starting five, has played so many minutes together the last 2 years. There's just such a familiarity with each other, and was able to get to my spots. DJ set some great screens and knocked them down.
Blake, I know you recently said you guys needed more energy from the fans in the playoffs. How satisfied are you with how the fans responded in the playoffs?
I think they've been great. They've been really, really good. I mean, that first round was amazing. Game 7, they were amazing. Tonight, they were great. I couldn't really ask for more from the fans. They've done their part for sure.
JJ, you talked about getting off to a hot start and finding your spots. What's been different this series than against the Spurs that has allowed you to kind of get off and find your spots in your shot?
To me, there's been no difference. There's both teams have game planned pretty well for me, and there's been an emphasis. I mean, it's rare in a regular season game. I don't think I can't remember it happening ever, but it's rare that the ball can be on one side of the floor, and I could be in the weak side corner, and my man is just completely top blocking me. That just doesn't happen. So there's an emphasis there to just kind of stop me from getting up off dribble handoffs and off our little catch and go action. Same thing kind of the Spurs did. Again, they're going to make adjustments to what we did. They're going to make adjustments to what I did tonight. We'll just have to figure out a way to be effective the next game.
Blake, being up 2-1 and on top of that, showing us tonight the kind of dominating performance your team is capable of putting on that team. What's your overall feel of how the series is right now?
We're very pleased with the win. Pleased with how we played in certain stretches, but the thing we talked about in the locker room is not becoming complacent. I mean, we got down 2-1 on San Antonio, and our mindset was to come out and get one. I mean, their job is to come get one at our home. So we haven't accomplished anything yet. We've done what we needed to do in 2 games, but Sunday is a huge game, and we need to respond the right way.
Like the game that Austin had, if you could kind of touch on that, but also was it when he got dealt here, there was a lot of talk like how that would be in the locker room or how that would be accepted. How has he adjusted to that, you think, also?
First of all, the way he played tonight was unbelievable. I mean, just it's not even so much. It wasn't that he just was feeling it. It was just that he was aggressive. Like he got himself into that. It wasn't like he saw a couple go in and like he got himself going. He went downhill. He was aggressive. I tell him almost before every game, especially in the playoffs, like no one can really stay in front of him. That his like crossover and getting to the rim is tough. And when he lets that be his playmaking, and he lets his aggressiveness and when he's looking to score, everything good. A lot of good things happen because he forces people to help. So he was great tonight. And like I said, it was from my eyes strictly from an aggressive standpoint. He got himself going, and when he came here, I think that was kind of a question on everybody's mind, but it hasn't even been like a thing. Their relationship. If you didn't know any better when they're on the court or when we're on the court, if you didn't know any better, you'd think it was just like a regular coach and player relationship. He does get on him, like you said. But Doc has done that a lot with our backup point guards, so he's just kind of kept the trend there.
Like, what did you think about the way Chris looked? How did it feel with him back out there first time in the series?
I thought he looked good. I mean, I thought he managed the floor well, managed playmaking, play calls. It was great to have him back out there. Just from a leadership standpoint. Had some big shots, made some great moves, and looked like he wasn't really limited. So, hopefully he feels good tomorrow, and we keep progressing and keeps adding to the minutes. But we'll see.
Blake, back here.
even if you factor in the intentional fouls, you guys did a much better job of keeping the Rockets off the free throw line.